See, I'm on that high shit, baby, and I ain't had enough. See, you a new school flame, don't think you know enough. Just wanna change your name and make me fall in love. I don't think I'm fine, getting hold of mine. See, I ain't gotta change my ways for you. I've already done my time, approved. Never thought I wanna lose this kind of move. Ain't really much to lose, fall in love with you. See, I ain't wanna lose either way, just wanna pick it up quicker than I get it.
This match is now officially a Judy Bagwell on a forklift match.
Broken, thankless, push you down, open.
What if I gave you one CM Punk and you give me Tony Khan making Jinder Mahal the biggest act of the year?
People have criticized Tony Khan over and over for not being able to get WWE guys over. And in a matter of a week, he has, not even a week, it's been 3 days. Jinder Mahal is the most over person in WWE.
3-man band. So
You can't hinder the Jinder.
no,
You can't.
you can't hinder him.
No.
There is no hindrance for the Jindrance. Not to be confused with Mark Jindrak.
Oh, God, I miss him.
Dude, too. Him and Sean Stasiak.
Or meat? You mean meat?
I don't even. Is Sean Stasiak dead?
I didn't think we'd be Googling something so quick in the show.
Sean Stasiak. Nope.
No, he's alive. Okay.
He's alive.
We have good news to start the show. Sean Stasiak.
Sean Stasiak's alive.
Sean Stasiak is still alive.
Okay.
That took us a lot shorter to figure out than if Judy Bagwell was alive.
It's apparently the information's out there, and all I needed to do for the other information was pay her son $100.
It's been a mystery all this time of how we got that interview with Buff Bagwell.
Not really. It's not a mystery. If you want an interview with Buff Bagwell, I don't know what his price is now. Probably a little bit more. Probably has some legal fees he's got to cover.
Maybe a little.
But then $100.
$100.
Marcus, Buff, if you're watching, hey buddy, it's been almost a year. How you doing?
Want to do part 2? Speaking of part 2s, hold on. Go ahead and say something while I get this pulled up.
Something.
Shut the fuck up. Okay.
Trevor tell you that he quit the bar?
Yeah. He's over it. Good for him, too. He's worth more than what they're paying him.
I agree.
So we talked last week about 2024 goals. And, oh, shit. Oh, fuck. Where would it be, Ethan?
Oh, wherever you just saved it. So it's going to be, go to the On a Forklift folder. It's right
There it is. Okay. Hi, my name is Clinton Davis. You can find me at PK Batman on X, and to my right,
You can find me at Hoochie Daddy EJ on Instagram.
you can find us at holy fuck everything.
And you can find me every Tuesday and Wednesday night on Tired Parents TCG on TikTok. But more importantly, you can find us on Twitter. I will dead name Twitter. I don't care. On a Forklift Pod. I won't dead name a human, but I'll dead name Twitter.
You can also find us on Auto Forklift Wrestling Podcast, primarily on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Music.
And Facebook.
We are now on Facebook weekly, or whenever we decide to do shows, because that's kind of our thing nowadays.
Yeah, we got another one lined up. We're going to have another little fun movie thing. I thought our holiday episode went pretty well, so I've already reached out to somebody who was involved with that. I'll give you a hint. It's Doug.
We might have something planned for this Friday, something non-wrestling related, so keep your eyes out on the YouTube channel for that. It's going to be the debut of something. We said new things were coming in 2023 and 2024, and we meant it. Also, speaking of New Year's resolutions,
How do cats lick so fast?
I don't know. I made a list.
Son of a bitch. Hey, congratulations.
I know how to write.
You do know how to write. Still can't read, though. It's a sadness. And just for 33 cents a day, you too can help a poor child from Inkster write.
Gang, gang. Anyways, it's been kind of such a quiet news week for wrestling that we're mainly focusing on Tony Khan on Twitter again.
Yeah, Uncle Tony's going ape shit on Twitter again. Somebody take the machine away from him. It is staggering, truthfully, to see the difference from like bespectacled, well-kept suit Tony Khan of 2019, 2020 to the
what he is
manic,
now.
I guess.
What he is now. Because, like, I put in our group chat earlier after all of this shit came out, I said in the chat, and God, it feels disgusting to say, what if Punk wasn't the problem?
I'm starting to feel like Tony Khan just thinks he's like Magutu from Zoolander. And it gets to a point. Whatever. It doesn't matter. He's going to look like that eventually, folks. At some point, he's going to come out. The hair's going to be puffy on the sides. Hook is so hot right now. That's what we're getting to with this.
The thing with this is Tony Khan right now, he does not have
control, clear thought process, booking skills for his own company.
All I'm saying, like my thing with Tony Khan right now is that AEW is already in a lot of trouble. And I feel the only reason these tweets got out this week was because Danielson was in Japan.
I mean, but what are you going to do? What are you going to say to your boss?
You can fine him. If he's in charge of that shit, you still got to fine him. Can't let the boss go free. That seems dumb to me.
I want to clarify that we're not letting somebody else off the hook. We're not like letting Vince off the hook.
No.
But let's clarify. So from the point of the inception of AEW, pretty much been run like an indie fed with money. And that's fine, because I felt like there was this play. There was a piece that needed that. We do have a comment.
Shit.
There was something needed there.
Hey, Don.
And the problem is when you have something, you want to build something. You want to build to a company. You have to start instituting rules. The things that fly on indie wrestling don't fly when you start to get into the corporate world. Obviously, Vince had his dalliances, so we're not excusing that stuff. But by all accounts, Triple H, in the position of power, not as a wrestler, but in his position of power, has done the utmost job he's done everything right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I feel like he's
don't have that on the other side.
I feel like Trips has done a very good job of showing how you should run a company in the past year.
And even on a smaller scale, if you want to talk about it, and you go, well, they're smaller, blah, 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 blah. Scott D'Amore seems to have run a pretty good ship. Impact's real good right now.
I'm sorry, what did you call it?
TNA.
Yeah, TNA is fucking fantastic right now. Those new belts are fucking gorgeous.
The red tag team belts.
Oh my God. Talk about doing a red belt great, unlike those fucking ugly ass penny belts.
Oh, man.
But fucking, like, Tony Khan seems to have lost his mind. This whole, it doesn't, like, no wrestlers for either company are really playing into the tribalism.
They tell you something in sports, like sports management, things like that. So if you're an agent for somebody or you're like a handler for a famous sports person, the whole thing is, hey, don't like vanity search yourself. Don't look at the stuff. Don't look at what other people are saying because it's just going to get in your head. And Tony Khan is a case study in that because that's all he does is he looks at himself, as he searches for himself and he talks shit to everybody else. You're gonna burn bridge. Who was the fellow that he burned the bridge with that used to do the UFC fights?
Ariel Helwani.
Yeah, there you go. I actually liked the shows when he was on there, and then he fucking burned that down. Now the only time that an AEW wrestler gets onto a podcast that I really want to hear something about is whenever MJF goes on wrestling. I like that. I like him talking shit to Brandon.
But it just feels like Tony Khan of all the wrestling promoters right now, because let's look at them. We've got Triple H in charge of WWE, Shawn Michaels in charge of NXT. We've got Scott D'Amore in charge of TNA wrestling.
Court Bauer, MLW. Court Bauer's in charge of MLW. You've got Hiroshi Tanahashi in charge of New Japan Pro Wrestling. And do you think any of this shit's going to fly in these other places? No, it's not.
No, the only place that shit might fly is NWA with fucking Billy Corgan. And, because that's just because NWA is kind of a shit show. Like, they just lost out on their TV deals because they decided to do
They're
it.
on an app.
I
mean, I guess at least they have an app that they're on that's got a name that's a thing. And I think that's a recoverable thing. I think that's able to be fixed from. It's a damn shame TNA doesn't have a bigger market, because if you could take AEW's TV contract right now and put TNA in place of it, they'd be gangbusters.
Yeah. I feel it really comes down to poor management. I feel since day one. Oh, hold on.
There's a little bit with NWA, but the other ones, no, you're right.
Mm-hmm. No, NWA is ran by, in my opinion, Tony Khan's a mark. I think Tony Khan's a mark. I'll go on record saying it, but for me, you got to have someone with an undying love and an understanding of the sport, which is why I think Triple H is doing such a phenomenal job in his role right now. And the same thing with Shawn Michaels in charge of NXT. Same thing with Scott D'Amore in charge of TNA. It's because Scott D'Amore has been with TNA since the get-go.
The old Border City stuff. It's also a good thing to have if you're running a promotion. If you give people tickets to it, you should probably, let them know that there's actually seats and you don't have to bring your own chairs. Just a thought process here. And then you probably shouldn't, and I'm going to defend somebody on this, you probably shouldn't threaten to come to people's homes after that either. That's a dumbass move too, because people can see through your thinly veiled threats.
Listen, it's already been a busy-ass 2024, man.
It's been a long 11 days.
It's been a long 11 days. I leave for a cruise on February 6th.
Hey, great news, guys. We're 1/36th of the way through the year. We can make it. Buddy.
If I had a joint in my hand right now, I'd light it.
What do you guys want to talk about? Let's discuss that.
I'm not done. Triple H has the potential to do the funniest thing in the world this Monday.
What, put a world title on Jinder Mahal?
Fuck yeah, and there's a way to make it work. Are you ready?
Okay.
Jinder Mahal beats Seth Rollins this Monday.
And then Shanky dances on the grave of Tony Khan's undead mother.
As he's celebrating, Damian Priest cashes in.
Okay.
So then that way you can build up a triple threat at the Royal Rumble of Seth Rollins versus Damian Priest versus Jinder Mahal, where Seth Rollins can get the title back.
Okay, I'm going to let you continue because this brings up something I want to talk about Rumble-wise, because we're fucking shocker people 16 days away from my favorite pay-per-view.
Mm-hmm. Genuinely his favorite pay-per-view of the year. He gets so fucking horny for it.
I love the Royal Rumble. I love watching dudes get thrown over shit.
Mm-hmm.
I can watch your kid fall off bikes all day, but watching dudes getting thrown over shit, I can watch all year.
And then fucking last year's Rumble was spectacular. Both matches were great. Yep. You had the Cody Gunther for 10 minutes in the final two. Yeah, like, it was my favorite pay-per-view before Money in the Bank came around.
I like Money in the Bank. I like the concepts because the concepts usually get utilized well. It's the problem that we had when we had 12 pay-per-views a year, where it was, or whatever it was that one year, like 16 or some shit.
We had, I think it was 16 pay-per-views in the year of our Lord 2015.
So you ended up with the problem where you're like, oh, it's named Hell in a Cell, but it's literally 2 Hell in a Cell matches or 1 Hell in a Cell match. Don't name the pay-per-view.
The first one had 3. It had that really shitty CM Punk versus Undertaker one, where fucking Punk got in trouble for not wearing suits backstage, so they jobbed him out in 10 minutes.
I'm just glad that we're coming full circle on this. Of like, there's an appreciation for the stuff again. Somebody's in place. Bucktooth fucking Kevin Dunn is gone.
That's something we should.
I believe the gentleman's name is Lee Fitting. I won't say gentleman because I don't know. I did not read the press release. Lee Fittings, whomsoever that may be, is in charge of the media production now for the shows. But the Royal Rumble pay-per-view is one of my favorite. One thing that they've done now, say they set up the triple threat in that way, right? So now you've got no Seth Rollins in the match.
No Damian Priest.
No Damian Priest.
No Jinder.
No Jinder, which I kind of feel Jinder was going to be in it, but maybe like not now. Anyway, so those 3 out. let's look at the other side of this one. No Roman Reigns, no AJ Styles,
No LA
no
Knight.
no Knight,
No Orton.
Orton. Yeah, no Randy Orton.
No Randall.
So no repeat winner from Randy there. No repeat winner from Seth there.
No repeat winner from Roman there.
Yep.
No,
And you've taken out these no AJ Styles, who I'm okay with AJ have never winning a Royal Rumble.
He doesn't
mainly
need to.
because he's not. He didn't need right exactly. If he was going to do it, it should have been shock value the first year.
We have saw guys who lose in the past on pay-per-view in the Rumble before.
yes, but you know what? I feel like for the first time in a long time, WWE has done a great job of making such an in-depth roster. Like, you don't need to.
Well, they did. So last year we
Like,
didn't
we don't
have
need-
anybody. We didn't have surprises last year either.
Not really, no.
So I liked that
In the men's Rumble.
in the men's Rumble. And then look at who's gone now. So Edge is gone. We don't have an Edge Rumble spot. Joe's gone, so you don't have a Joe. You don't have anything there. You're really shaping it up to what I hope is not a telegraphed CM Punk win. I don't want that to be.
Well, I've seen a leaked plan match lineup for the one in Berlin or the UK or whatever it is. I've seen that.
It has Gunther written main event title all over it.
Well, I'm talking about Elimination Chamber. I don't mean Backlash in Berlin. I'm sorry. I'm thinking of the one in the UK.
Oh, you mean the one in Australia?
Yeah, the one in Australia. I've seen what the match card is. Punk's probably going to win the Rumble.
I would be A-okay with that.
Triple H, like this year alone, has sent Charlie Dempsey over to Japan to challenge for the Triple Crown title. He let Shinsuke Nakamura go to Japan to wrestle in Great Muta's retirement tour. Triple H is more. I think this is going to be the year where we can see maybe an indie guy or two popping in. I'm not going to hold my breath because, like I said before, the WWE roster is so depth right now that they could fill it with just the Raw roster. I want to see the return of Rumble qualifier matches. Don't let everyone just be in it. Make them earn their way into it. Of course, your Codys, your Punks, like
Drew's in it again. You know what? Honestly, wouldn't be upset if that's how you want to kickstart Drew back to some kind of title or some kind of thing. Have a good showing. Doesn't need to win it. Have a good showing.
You can be Final Two.
I just want a good shot. Final Four. I'm not even Final Four because I don't like
the Final Two is going to be Punk and Cody.
I'm pretty sure that is what it's going to be. I like the qualifier things. I'm really in regards to like people returning in this match. I just want to see guys that I don't see on TV very often anymore. Let Kofi get back in, right? Like give me Kofi.
Let me take you back to this Monday because there was a brilliant spot on Monday Night Raw. Because last week we didn't cover any wrestling shit, but Giovanni Vinci took a nasty fucking knee.
Yep, saw the little
and he's out right now. So they had Ludwig Kaiser versus Kofi.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit! Let me fix the camera because now we have two cameras. There we go. So they have this match. It goes to a whatever it is, a count out, no contest or whatever. Yeah, it was a count out because Ludwig stopped him from getting back in the ring. And then they brawl outside. They get him separated. Kofi sitting by the steps. Ludwig runs over, drop kicks the shit out of his face. Right into the steel steps. And as they get backstage, they're like, why did you do that? And it was just like, he took my friend's head. I took his. Beautiful character work from Ludwig, who right now is the only member of Imperium on TV because Gunther's out. Not with any injury or anything, but he just had a baby. So I assume he was taking at least a week or two off. And then Giovanni Vinci's out with injury right now. So Ludwig's right there right now to hold it down. I think we're going to see Gunther back within the next week or two. It keeps popping up saying we're having connection issues. We apologize to everyone. If the feed goes out, we're sorry.
My internet's been absolute dog water the last couple of days. They told us that somebody had a CB radio turned up too high. So, Snowman, Cletus, if you're out there, turn your fucking radio off.
Yes, please. You're costing our people.
No, I thoroughly enjoy the pay-per-view. I thoroughly enjoy the Rumble concept.
Mhm.
I like the idea of that you have all of these people that could win it.
Yes.
In the past, they've done a shitty job where it's like, hey, there's 30 people in it, but you look at it and you go, yeah, but there's like 2 that could win it,
Mhm.
right?
It's not like the 2017 Rumble where it was literally like fucking anyone could win.
And that's when I like the Rumble the most is give me 10 guys. Like, you don't have to give me all 30, but give me 10 guys that if any of those guys won that, I could see the program going forward. I could see something moving ahead, which is where the Punk thing, I don't need him to win it because I can, like, I get it. You see, I'm Punk. I get it. It's going to go there. If you want a way to do it, cool. If you don't want a way to do it and you just want to hand him something, fuck it. Just hand him something. Who gives a shit? Cody's got the story thing to it. I just don't like the 2 years in a row thing.
Mm-hmm.
Not super sure about that. Drew, I could see winning it. Also, kind of doesn't fit on the story right now, but there's the possibility sits there.
I think what's going to happen is that we're going to get because I think they bailed on Jimmy versus Jey Uso at
I think so
Mania.
too.
I think they bailed on it. I think that they realized that the gap between pay-per-views was too damn long.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we're going to get Drew versus Jay in like some sort of like steel cage, unsanctioned, someone's going to die type match.
Right, unless we end up with a Jimmy Jay face-off in the Rumble here.
Which that's very possible.
So maybe that's the igniter. Maybe that starts it back up. We don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of the Usos, the Fatu clan, rumblies out there are that we could see a return of one Trinity Fatu.
Mm-hmm. That would
For
be
the
pretty
women's
cool for the
division.
women's. I mean, fuck. Let's just keep up the tradition of bringing the Impact Women's Champion to the Rumble.
It's fine by me.
we did-
I wouldn't mind seeing Mickey James show back up again.
Me neither, man. Me neither.
Jesus.
I'm hard for country. That's what we are.
Oh my God, you're ridiculous. There's a lot to go on though.
Yeah.
There's a lot to go on. I love the Rumble because all I need is like give me one surprise, and you don't have to tell me which one it's in, but then also a good match. Like remember, I'm sorry, I have a big ass yawn coming on. What is this? It is 8:22. Normally we wouldn't even be starting the show for another 30 minutes.
It really affected your poop clock, too.
It did. My poop clock's all the way off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he normally shits like at 8:50 every night for the show, but he had to move his shit up to 7:50 to accommodate the show.
Yeah, it's
The sacrifices this man makes.
daylight shitting time.
Oh, fuck, you're in shock. It doesn't work. Oh, fuck.
Can't get away from me that easy.
Oh, god damn it. You goddamn cocksucker. Anyways. Punk's the favorite to win the Rumble at this point. And I think what's going to happen is Punk wins the Rumble and Cody wins Elimination Chamber. I think The Rock's going to take on Roman at the UK pay-per-view or the Australian pay-per-view or whatever country it's in pay-per-view Elimination Chamber.
Australia.
I think that's where...
So he's got a rock and roll down under.
Well, yeah, because the government in Australia is the one funding the event, and they have asked for certain wrestlers to come back for it. I would imagine Australia is willing to throw fists over dollars to bring The Rock.
For those about to rock, we salute you.
Yeah, and even if it's just, the standard 10-minute fucking...
Now they asked for him. Hold on, I have another AC/DC pun. We're not done yet. We're not pun yet. The Australian government said, hey, here's our list of the things, and the WWE said, let there be rock. Boom! Done! Woo!
I need Jacqueline to roll her eyes at you.
That?
Yes.
It's aggressively
The most
hard.
iconic eye roll in wrestling.
The only picture that I've heard last year.
But
No, I can see that. I can see that happening. My thing is, what else are we getting there? So are we getting a women's elimination chamber match?
yeah, which I I don't know who's going to win the Women's Rumble. My heart says Becky.
My heart says Bailey.
Bailey versus Io. Becky versus Rhea.
If I had to go outside the box, wild card, Roxanne.
That'd be fun.
Absolute wild card, because you want to put somebody on a thing or a skyrocketer.
Mm-hmm.
However, we're going to have a good showing this year. There is a lot of really good female talent in WWE currently.
Mm-hmm.
And you got showcased 2 Monday Night Raws ago, Ivy Nile versus Rhea Ripley. Ivy Nile holding her own on the main roster. Fantastic.
Muscle mommies, my favorite.
So it's rare for us to say, but like the Bailey Becky Charlotte, I'm sorry because she's not there right now, but that's the old guard.
Mm-hmm.
That's the old guard at that point. Or are we doing some kind of like swerve and it's going to be, we're getting Sasha back?
I don't think we're getting Mercedes.
I don't think so either, but like we have to look at it like this. They've been in the limelight since 2016 when they got called up.
Mm-hmm.
But that's 8 years ago, bro. 8 years. Look at Trish and Lita's entire career did not last 8 years.
Oh God, no. Trish might be finally approaching 8 years.
Stacy Keibler was around longer than that if you count the WWE years.
You mean the
WCW years.
What you do? You do count the WCW years. Same thing with Tori Wilson. She was around for a lot longer.
So those two were around for a lot longer than that. It's crazy to me. Like even Beth Phoenix wasn't around that long. So they are lasting so long in this industry, and it's fantastic to see. But they're the old guard now. So now we have the EOS guys. We have Kairi Sane back. We have all of these fantastic young wrestlers that are coming up. Your Tiffany Stratton, who, by the way, when she first came on, did not like.
Dog water.
Did not like. Now, very impressed.
Mm-hmm. Her and Fallon Henley, their little bit on NXT each week is pretty fucking funny. We do have a new NXT North American champion.
Yeah.
Can you pronounce that name?
Oba Fihei?
Thank you.
Is that it?
Might be.
I don't remember. Hold on. North American champion. NXT North American. Continue talking. Yeah. So I'm very excited about it because they
pulled the trigger. The dude's had less than 20 matches.
We've stayed Obafemi.
Obafemi. Okay.
We are huge proponents of women's wrestling.
Hold on. Let me stop you there. No,
but I think she will be in it.
I think she's going to be in it. I think it's going to be her debut. However, they have taken her completely off television.
I think she's going to be in it.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're going to see some eliminations. I think realistically, you might see a returning Raquel.
Yeah, I can see people debuting too. Like you already brought up Roxanne. I could see he brought up Cora Jade. I can see being in the Rumble.
Jade Cargill, Cora Jade.
I think the surprise is going to be AJ Lee in the Women's Rumble.
I think so too.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the big shock.
Pull that fucking trigger, man. Oh, that fucking trigger. Don't do it to me. Don't do it to me. But if you did, listen. If you want to create the absolute most annoying people on the face of the fucking earth, pull the trigger. Have them both win the Rumble.
Yep.
Have them both win the Rumble. And then hear me the fuck out. Hunter, if you're watching, Paul, whatever, if you're watching, listen to me. You have CM Punk versus Seth Rollins, and you have AJ Lee versus Becky Lynch on that WrestleMania, same night, back to fucking back. For the titles. Have Becky win a title somehow.
Have Becky and AJ open the show. Have Punk and Seth close it. Have
Becky end up on SmackDown because I don't want her to take Mommy's title. Even though the titles match, and I mean that would be fucking something. If Mommy's gotta lose it, have her lose at Elimination Chamber.
Mm-hmm.
Because then she doesn't take the pin. Well, she'd get pinned, but have her last until the end. Have Becky pin her. I mean, I wouldn't be upset with that.
I wouldn't either. I do love me AJ Lee. I feel like she was in the wrong era. It's the same way I feel about Molly Holly. Molly Holly wrestled in the wrong era.
Molly Holly totally wrestled in the wrong era. I love Molly.
AJ Lee was a few years before her time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That, in my opinion, AJ Lee is like top. She just didn't have the talent to go with. She had Caitlyn, and she took the belt off Caitlyn, and Caitlyn was like, fuck this, bye.
She had This is the best talent that was there at that time that AJ Lee was there was the tail end of Beth Phoenix.
And Natalia.
Paige when she first came on because she could wrestle at that
No,
point.
because Paige showed up, and then AJ fucked off.
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
Nikki Bella?
Who took the title off her? Via lesbian shenanigans. Let's not forget that. She lost because Brie Bella kissed her.
It's a shame. I wouldn't have lost if Brie Bella kissed me. Nikki, maybe. Brie, no. No, because I would have just been sitting there looking at her going, when are you going to fucking yell? Brie! Fucking, I hate that.
I gotta switch over. Shout out to Wrestle Talk for this one. I was watching their top 10 worst theme songs of all time.
I swear to God, I better remember.
It was number one. That was number one. But they did this thing where like 3 of them like list their own top 10 lists, and then they add up points and shit like that. Cool concept. Might steal it.
Might appropriate it for this side of the pond. You hear that, you Englishmen? We're going to take something this time. Like we took our country back in 1770. I'm sorry.
So
I got real aggressive about the Revolutionary War. That's my Roman Empire.
So you know how you do your wheezy laugh, where you're like, so fucking Sullivan Bo Brown, light of wrestling, like he is the beacon of joy in wrestling, like media, in my opinion.
He's not a Michael, what's his name from Wrestle Talk?
No,
or from
no, he's just every time I watch a video with him, he's just a joy. And he goes and he pulls up the Brie mode. He was like, when I'm fancying an after dinner treat and not something sweet, I tend to go into Brie mode. And then he did that laugh for 60 fucking seconds.
Fuck, that's a good cheese joke. That's a good cheese joke. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
No, I love SRS. I have his fuck that fuck t-shirt. SRS, I believe, is one of the best reporters on wrestling going today. I tend to go to him anytime like wrestling like the curtains pulled back. If it comes out of his mouth, I believe it is gospel. We
just like the entertainment side of it. Like so the whole dynamic here is like going in Raw. Mm-hmm. That's where a lot of this is drawn from. It's not like
we're the commentators from Dodgeball.
Pepper. No, I gotta tell my wife that joke.
The Bremo joke.
I gotta tell her that joke.
It can't wait 27 minutes.
Hold on, no, I'm gonna get her up there. Sam, are you in the shower? Oh, hold on, she's coming up the stairs. Keep talking. Keep our audience entertained.
But yeah, no. So actually, that's a cool concept. List your top 3 worst entrance themes, and we will go over that towards the end of the show. No, but on the subject of SRS, discovered SRS through Wrestle Talk as well, through their quiz shows, which I totally stole from them, appropriated them for an American audience is what I did. It was like The Office, the UK Office is better, but I made a pretty decent one that was for America. Okay. What's going on with your wife?
No, I'm bringing her up here so you can tell her that. Holy
okay.
Shit.
Okay.
She doesn't know. You don't know who he's talking about. Just listen to the joke.
Okay. So they were on a Wrestle Talk. They were going over the worst theme songs of all time. Primo. Obvious, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. So when they held up the sign and he was just like, Primo, he was like, when I'm fancying an after dinner treat and not something sweet, I tend to go into Brie mode.
That's the face. That is that. If you can see it, that's the face that I get directed at me when I know I'm not getting laid that night.
Brie's a cheese.
Yeah.
I didn't say the joke. I didn't come up with it.
Fancying something sweet, he goes into Brie mode. He goes for cheese. Sam, it's a cheese joke. It's cheesy.
It's cheese and wrestling related.
It's cheesy.
I hate it. And I hate both of you.
You missed my AC/DC pun earlier.
I want you both left my house. Immediately.
I'll leave in 25 minutes.
Immediately. Take him with you. I almost tripped you.
Well, you've gone into full Brie mode here. Oh, we have an Emma.
Uh-oh. Yeah, see, look, this is where the show devolves into madness, guys. We're telling cheese jokes. Bye, Rip Kid.
Bye, Sassy.
See,
Your wife is just like, you guys brought me up here for that shit.
Yeah, I know.
No, but like I got introduced to SRS through Quizzlemania. And ever since then, I think he is genuinely one of the funniest dudes in the world. He wrestled last year for the first time in years for charity. He's planning on doing it again. I'm all for people working in charity. Fuck, that's going to be something we do more of this year.
Yeah, I just got the email today, actually, from Extra Life. So Extra Life 2024 is going to happen again. We're
doing over 2 streams.
And we're going to sign up earlier this year.
Mm-hmm.
So everything is going to be open. We're going to put links out throughout the year. You can donate whenever. If you know, that way you don't feel pressured, because the problem that we realized at the end of the year last year is we did it right around the holidays.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when we've done it the last 2 years. People don't really have expendable income at that time, and other people like to participate in charities in their own ways, whether it's a Toys for Tots or something like that, and they're helping people out.
Mm-hmm.
But this way, you have the option that anytime during the year, if you're feeling froggy, you can tune in, you can do that. I will say we raised $620 last year, and we were part of a group of Team Detroit, our just local area in this 313-248-734 area, that we raised $210,000 for the Beaumont Children's Hospital. We were part of that group that did that.
We totally threw some money in there. We dropped like a couple dollars, but you guys helped with that. So we're going to start earlier this year. I'm going to try to work out a cool first half one, because we're not doing a 24-hour stream. We realize we can't make it. And we need to do better planning, because every plan that we had this year fell through.
It did. It's okay, though.
It turned into 18 hours of us playing Sporkle.
Yeah, well, I mean, a lot of it happened. So, like,
I'm Sporkled out for the rest of my life. That's why my goal for 2024 is less Sporkle.
It was one of those things where we had stuff set up, and then people ended up actually having stuff go on those days.
Mm-hmm.
And that's okay. That's okay. It happens. But that's why we are going to set stuff up for this year, which don't write days down, because I don't have any idea of what days.
Oh, I'm getting ready for us to write down our top 3 worst entrance themes.
That's Brie mode, and Brie mode. I don't fucking know what the answer is. No, you know what? Take that back.
I'm going to write down mine first, and then I'll hand you the pen and paper.
Okay. Anything with a siren.
If
So
you
right
talk
to
shit about
censor-
Jeff Jarrett, shut the fuck.
The fucking fun police, bitch.
I'm going to write down.
I don't know where this force has come from, but suddenly I have been overcome by an old Englishman, and I hate that wanker Jeff Jarrett.
I love Jeff Jarrett.
Jeffrey Jarrett.
Jeff Jarrett's the man. Oh, fuck, this is more difficult.
Oh, which one, though? Hold up, Donald.
I know which one. He's talking about the new one.
Okay, I was going to say, because Dubstep Cowboys is... Okay. That one, that's the Blake and Murphy theme. Oh, bro, I fucking miss watching Blake and Murphy.
Oh, man. I'm going to stir the pot.
I miss seeing Buddy Murphy on TV.
Mm-hmm. You mean Blake Murphy? Buddy Matthews?
Buddy Matthews. I miss seeing Buddy Matthews on TV, like, regularly, because it doesn't happen regularly anymore. Not enough for my taste.
No, not at all.
That is a bad fucking song, which is sad. That's the worst part about Logan Paul is the song. I can't believe I just said that. Oh, he's not huge in Japan anymore. This is a self-help Gengar. He's not going to help you, but he's going to help
All
himself.
right, I got my three. All from the Fed.
All from the Fed. Worst theme song.
Worst theme songs. We're giving our viewers at home a chance. We already got some submissions.
Worst fucking theme songs. Oh my god, I can think of so. Yeah.
Okay, it can be read. But what have your guys' thoughts been on this week in wrestling? We had XICW last Friday where we had the return of Adam Wick.
Yep.
Adam Wick returned.
So did his nipple slip.
Yep, so did his nipple slip as always. Really glad to see Adam Wick back. Heard XICW had a phenomenal show. We were talking to Tango through the show. He was telling us it was just doing great. We're going to have to get out there for the next one.
Yeah, actually, I had a friend that went to the show, her first indie show. Shout out to Katie for going to it. Her husband, her husband's brother, they all went and said they're going to bring 6 more people with them next time. And that is what indie wrestling is about. You go, you have fun, you bring people with you to the next show.
I took Dodo with me to Horse Slam.
I'm surprised he didn't whip his dick out at some point.
No, he enjoyed the wrestling.
That's the part
Listen
of
here.
Horse Slam that probably could have happened.
I was distracting him at first when the death matches started, so he heard the pops of the light tubes. He was like, that's a pleasant sound. Turned around and saw what was going on. He was like, I don't like the visual. And he was like, I'm going to go smoke.
So, okay, so I got that. Oh, buddy, those two, I fucking hate those two.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Just because I don't want to get into a Jeff Jarrett fight with you. I'm
Woo!
on that one.
Woo!
Oh gosh!
While we're here, go over to Tired Parents TCG over on TikTok to subscribe to Ethan's small business.
Yeah, there's Pokemon cards in front of you.
So many Pokemon cards, and even if you don't want to buy, he's entertaining to watch rip open.
My kid rips Pokemon cards on request.
Yeah,
Not rips them in half, just opens the packs of them.
I was hoping that was what you were going to say.
I'm trying to think of like the other bad ones. Dude, I really have like those two, and then I have like 5 or 6 of them that I could go off on. Oh, you know what?
I do have an honorable mention too. Because I know how much you love those. Are you ready?
Okay, these are just from the Fed because I didn't feel like going deep into the mind sphere.
All right. My number 3. First of all, honorable mention, Shayna Baszler's new music. It sucks. Why would you change that?
Why would you change the NXT music? It's so good.
Number 3. Again. Oh, let's see if I can get it on there. Butch's debut music. Why would you change Pete Dunne's theme? Why?
Yeah. So my number 3 is The Rock pre-Nation of Domination.
Oh God, that's a bad one.
The like the flowy shit. Yeah, I hated that.
Before this starts a fight, I need you guys to know I'm not talking about the greatest ska entrance theme of all time.
Oh, is this the
Sami Zayn. That one.
the one they played one time?
No, the one they played during his whole heel run.
Oh,
before,
yeah. When
before
they stopped the ska.
Before Worlds Apart returned at...
You can't stop the ska. I'm going to let you all know this.
Yeah, you
cannot
can't.
stop the ska. My number 2 on here is Brie Mode, because there is one that I hate more than that.
Okay, well, I'll be the one. Number 1 was Brie Mode for me. It's the worst. I hated it the first time I heard it. I've said that animals die every time she came out to the ring because of that song.
I think your exact words were, every time that song happens, a kitten gets shot and doesn't get its wings.
Probably.
Yeah, and my number 1's Right to Censor.
It's not a bad entrance theme. It's their character.
I don't like Bull Buchanan.
That's fair. I'll give you that.
That's okay.
We had Don Hollins, where he said Candice LeRae, the newest Alexa Bliss one. If you're talking about Candice LeRae's current one, I agree, but her NXT Pixie one was fucking great. And then Logan Paul, yeah, that song sucks.
Yeah, that's bad. For all the good stuff that they've done with Logan Paul, that theme's not a good one. If I had to, so I thought about it a little further here. Short thought process, though. We were talking about the Jarrett one. So the other thing that the alarm for Jarrett reminds me of is the opening of TNA when it zooms into the two tunnels and it's and everything, because he would always start the fucking show off for some reason. But it reminded me of that time, and like peak TNA of like 2004 to 2007 TNA was just money.
Mm-hmm.
Plus in 06 we got Perk Angle, and if y'all are
Percocet Kurt Angle is the greatest professional wrestler that have ever lived. He is the only wrestler in the history across any wrestling video game that should have been rated 100 overall.
101.
He should have broke the scale. Kurt Angle, what? Not peak. Percocets, motherfucker. When he was on them shits, like the best wrestler this planet has ever seen.
When he was wearing the black mouth guard that he would start sweating when he put the mouth guard in, even if he had street clothes on.
Mm-hmm.
That's the Kurt Angle we're talking about.
Fun fact about Kurt Angle: his TNA run lasted longer than his WWE run. Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah. The Kurt Angle that was literally like doing deadlift German suplexes to Samoa Joe. That Kurt Angle.
Mm-hmm.
That's the Kurt Angle I love.
Yes.
That's not the Kurt Angle that Kurt Angle loves.
No.
Kurt Angle likes the Kumbaya Kurt Angle.
No, but like anytime I ever go download characters on a wrestling game, if I ever see Percocet Kurt Angle, his stats immediately get boosted to 100.
The thin neck, the super dark eyebrows. Yeah. Dude, those promo videos for TNA back in the day when they would do them in the rain, or like the fake rain, all those are so good. The production value is great.
Get me those new titles like being posed in the rain.
Oh, Ace and Bay with the tag titles doing that?
God. And those new TNA championships are just, I can't express.
It is Thursday, Reed. We're live at 8 now.
Yeah, we're live at 8. We put it on Twitter because we know you follow us there.
Did you put it on Twitter?
I did put it on Twitter.
Because I didn't.
I had to make sure all of our fan knew.
We
don't want our one fan to miss.
Sorry, I'm making sure we don't have. I've joined this I'm in this dad's group, right? Let's break down life for a little bit. I'm in this dad's group, and we're all Bluey fans, and so it's the Bandits. It's Bandits, Bluey group, or like Bluey group for dads or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
But they have a pro wrestling Discord, and so I've shared it with them, like letting them know, hey, you guys should tune in here. But they actually send pretty funny memes in there, so I've been like stealing their memes. Not gonna lie, there's been some good ones.
We've got a shitload of memes in our group chat. We send the most. Should we actually get the Discord up and running this year?
Yeah, probably. I have 20,000 images on my phone. 16,000 of them are memes. I have 4,000 pictures of my child on my phone and 16,000 memes.
We'll get the Discord up and running so we can all share wrestling memes, and then that way we can keep up with On a Forklift news, because that's something I never thought I'd ever have to say. We are big supporters of Bluey here at On a Forklift. It is the best children's TV show going today.
I'm not exactly in a thing with Bandit or the guy that plays him. That's not the thing. It's just a Bluey. Like, we all like Bluey, so collectively,
yes,
like we're the Bandits.
One of the highlights of 2023 for me was getting to watch Bluey TV episodes in a personal movie theater with my nieces.
So 30 minutes ago, this was about an hour and a half ago, Andrade has been pulled from this weekend's GCW No Compadre event. So looks like Andrade returned to WWE is pretty imminent.
Confirmed. Gonna go back to be with his wife, who is currently out until October.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Unless she pulls some Cena healing shit.
Or it's okay, we don't need it. Go ahead and laugh. It's funny. Or does he go back and he involves himself with the LWO? Because if you give me Andrade versus Carlito,
they all turn on Ray.
No, just give me Andrade versus Carlito. I don't give a fuck about Rey Mysterio right now.
I love
the best Mysterios are Tom and Nick.
I love how everyone's new big meme for like the end of 2023 was just Carlito going Santos Escobar. Oh,
Lots
shit.
of folks got pulled.
Well, we do have that new strain of COVID going around.
Yeah. So who knows? The Andrade one wouldn't shock me if we're getting close to that.
Mm-hmm.
The fuck did I just say?
Because, I mean, GCW is a big promotion, but if bigger promotions are throwing money at them for that weekend, which it's one of the top 3 weekends in wrestling each year, I would imagine, like,
I think No Compadres this weekend, and I think the Collective is that weekend.
just book it as a deathmatch tournament. Get the deathmatch wrestlers that aren't going to fucking get booked anywhere else that weekend and have fun. Not saying they can't get booked, because a lot of these deathmatch wrestlers can wrestle, i.e. Tommy Vendetta and Malcolm Monroe III. But, you know, you can't be mad at people for chasing the bag. Can't. It's illegal. I've asked.
The bag? Speed bag?
People chasing the bag.
Oh, you can't chase people. Got it.
No, you can't chase people.
People chase cars.
People chase cars.
Dogs chase cars.
Dogs chase people.
Ooh, dogs do chase people.
Mm-hmm. I watched a video yesterday of just a guy beating the shit out of a coyote just because the coyote was approaching his dog.
Okay, that's fair.
And, like, I shit you not, he picked him up, like, between his legs, picked him up like that and just fucking power bombed him. And then got full mount and started beating the shit out of him. It was
Tim Kennedy?
I don't know what it was, but it was uncomfortable. I was like, ooh, yeah, don't come after my pupper. But also, bro, I think he was good on the power bomb.
I think he would have ran away.
Like, you can see the dogs trying to intervene, like, Dad, he's down. Let him go.
Stop him, man. He has a family. Oh, all right. What are we doing?
We got 9 minutes left.
We have 9 minutes left. I have to film 9 minutes. Can we get advertisements?
We got to
for
film
this
something
9
after
minutes?
this, too. Possibly. I don't know. I'm tired.
Dude, Tony Khan doesn't know who Nick Wayne is. He probably thinks he's just like a fever dream.
He just signed him so that way WWE couldn't have him. That's my thoughts.
Well, here's the other question, and this isn't a knock to Nick Wayne. I just want to clarify here. I'm not knocking it. Knock his mom, though.
Ew.
Who's to say WWE wanted him? Like, that's my thing. That's the problem with Tony right now, is I think he's so up in his head that he'll do anything to spite a company that probably could give a shit less about him. Could not care less.
Couldn't.
That he's doing whatever he's doing.
Do whatever you want, bro. They're the biggest wrestling company in the world. You're not gonna you're not gonna ever hurt WWE when it comes to financial structures, no matter how good your promotion is. There are promotions in the world that are better than the Fed.
Especially the way that they're structured now.
Mm-hmm.
Back when it was just McMahon's owning it, there's probably ways you could have hurt. Hell, Vince tried hard enough on his own to do it and still got covered up. So it is what it is.
WWE can't even hurt WWE. You're absolutely right, because Vince was trying to destroy that company from within for months.
Yep, whether he knew years, decades even.
Years. Centuries. But I don't know. I want wrestling to be fun. CM Punk is doing fine in WWE. I don't hate him. I would like to see him wrestle on TV before the Rumble, since he's already wrestled at the Garden. So, like, his return match has already kind of lost its luster, in my opinion, just by how much they were promoting. Punk's first match back is at the Garden.
But he got to face Tom and Nick Mysterio.
Bro, that R-Truth shit is killing me. It's the funniest thing going right now.
How many times in our life have we said that?
R-Truth is genuinely the greatest comedy wrestler of all time.
People continuously talk about how do you get into the Hall of Fame? So you got guys like Brutus and Greg are in the Hall of Fame, right? Or no?
Valentine?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, they're in the Hall of Fame. R-Truth will get in no problem. This is a guy who spent the last almost 20 years being an absolute fucking asset. So now, well, what's he been in? He's been WWE for 15 now, right?
Yeah.
Since like 2008, he's been in WWE.
Mm-hmm.
But he has been just a stalwart, and he's always entertaining. You know how many people we go through times where somebody's not entertaining? This guy's always entertaining, and it's in the name. So yeah, maybe you don't have to be the best wrestler in the world. However, newsflash, R-Truth can fucking go in the ring. He's really good at that too. But he's even funnier outside of
He's one of the oldest active wrestlers going today. He's 56, I think. 56 or 54. I know it's not 55.
What's funnier than 24?
25.
Uh,
You know how many times a day I go 74?
R-Truth is 51.
Okay,
So
so
he'll be 52 here in just over a week.
show me another 50-year-old wrestler who looks as good as him.
Yeah. Well, I can't say what I want to say. I am just derailed because of the SpongeBob comments.
All right, so let me ask you a question.
Okay.
You're on the spot. You have to lip sync, perform a song, and survive. What song do you do right off the spot?
A long ass fucking time ago in a town called Kickapoo, there lived a humble family, religious through and through. But nay, there was a black sheep, and he knew just whatever that one. I'm too laughing right now. I'm not even high. That's the worst.
I'm high. I gotta get high every week to deal with
And
you.
he knew just what to do. His name was Young JB, and he refused to step in line. A vision he does.
I'm not gonna hit you with it.
Rocking all the time. He wrote a
You're
basic
dumb.
gem, and all the planets did align.
We want to take another moment to shout out everyone last week who won a Forky. We are putting the Forkies together. I will be at New Edge Pro, the Academy show, on I think it's the 26th.
26th.
Yeah, I'll be there. I will be personally handing out a lot of forks to all of you. I hope Ethan will be there. He tentatively is scheduled to be there with me.
Yeah, I don't know if my wife's planning something for my birthday,
So we get that figured out. And then we've got the Rumble on the 27th, which will be a blast. That's going to be a fun weekend.
we do. We're gonna try to get Frio absolutely fucking tanked.
The Rock is not an active wrestler. And I don't think The Rock looks as good as R-Truth's body. I'm sorry. I don't think The Rock has a better body than R-Truth.
I think R-Truth's natural.
Definitely. That's why he's natural.
He cannot disappoint little Jimmy.
No, The Rock is going to be active for one match this year, and that's it. And it's going to be his final match ever. And it's not even going to take place at Mania.
Spot Fest.
Roman Spear, Roman Spear, Roman Spear.
You even think he's gonna eat a spear?
I think he's going to get choked out.
How funny. How fucking funny. And not that they're going to do it if they Goldberged Roman to The Rock. I don't think The Rock would let them do that. I don't think he would be down with it. But they could Goldberg him. Also, Dark Horse, Kevin Owens should win the Rumble. Don't give a shit that I said it. I said it. I said what I said.
He's facing Logan Paul.
I don't care. He should still win the Rumble.
We just talked about not putting people who are in matches in the Rumble.
I know, but I just need Logan Paul to not be able to do it. He needs to be in Puerto Rico opening Pokemon cards or something.
That's
He lives
gonna,
in Puerto Rico for everybody that wants to know.
that's going to do it for us this week. Thank you all for tuning in. Sorry about the quality of the stream.
Blame the guys in my neighborhood with CB radios.
We will do that. But until next week, sign
Brett
off.
screwed Brett.
Nah, I hope so.
Brett
I hope
screwed
so.
Brett.
I hope Brett eliminates Goldberg to win the Rumble as they are the final two.
I would be okay with that. I know it's going to be controversial, and then he gives the chance to Teddy Hart.
Good night, everyone.